This is the demo for Tin Can. From what I can tell, Tin Can seems to be Subnautica if your ship never crashed on a planet. If you instead were stranded in space. That's the impression I get, but I have not played any of this yet, so let's open up the tutorial and figure out what's going on. The dirtier an air filter is, the less efficient it becomes. Don't forget to clean them regularly. Okay.
Hey, Jerry. Can you hear me? Could you do me a favor? I was supposed to do the maintenance of one of our old Medusa escape pod, but I'm stuck in the engine room fixing our damn reactor.
Okay. I am weirded out by my perspective already. I don't know if this comes across to other folks, but, like, I am too tall for this room. Like my eye line is like right below the doorway. So that's a little disconcerting, and also it feels like there's just a little, I don't know how to, like, a little bit too much parallax. Like my FOV feels really tight or something. It's like it's like the it's like the world is a little bit flattened. I'm not sure why, but I'm kind of freaked out. Okay, so I need to do
your cleaning trolley for a minute and help me out. Just get inside the pod. You can't miss it. You're right next to it.
Okay, so left control to crouch. Oh, now I feel like I'm a normal size.
This pod is a piece of junk, not worth any maintenance, but I don't make the rules. Anyway, I was supposed to reassemble the oxygen system. Could you do it for me? It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Could you locate the oxygen system and open it? You should see 3 drawers. Yep, this is the one. As you can see, it's empty. All the components are behind you on the workbench. Just grab a couple so we can get started.
Okay, both hands at the same time.
Just put all the components back inside the oxygen system. You can't get it wrong. They all only fit in their respective spots. I'll be right back.
Okay, so this guy is saying components? Is that a thing? Do people say components instead of components? So, okay, so the left button and the right button control my 2 hands, which is interesting. It means that I can't have, like, alternate actions with the right mouse button.
Jerry, you should be done by now. Just turn the oxygen system on using the on-off switch. Well done. Now we just need to check if everything is working properly. Could you look at the monitor and switch to the air? Perfect. Now, as you can see, the oxygen bottle inside the system is empty. Could you swap it with the oxygen bottle located in the recycling? That's the one. The recycling station converts carbon dioxide into oxygen. Pretty useful, eh? Anyway, just replace the empty bottle with this full. Alright, we're done. Thank you, Jerry. You can go back to your cleaning trolley. Wait, damn it. Are you still there? I'm detecting a leak in the pod. Could you get the leak feeler?
The leak? Wait, feeler?
You might have to climb a bit. You can grab a handle with your free hand to get closer to the leak.
Wait, grab a handle in one hand.
Once you get closer to the leak, just aim at it and use the leak feeler to close it.
Why are you saying feeler? Okay, so I'm holding onto this. So I'm able to pull myself up higher because I'm holding that. So I'm down here normally, but if I'm holding this, I can move. Oh, that's so strange.
Well done. I'm not detecting any leak anymore. We're all good. Thanks for your help. Anyway, I gotta go. This damn reactor is driving me crazy.
Okay. First tutorial passed. Let's learn about our vital needs.
Jerry, can you hear me? Sorry to bother you again, but I'm stuck in the ship's engine room, and I still don't have time to take care of that damn Medusa escape pod. You're gonna have to get inside the pod again.
So I really like this guy's voice. His pronunciations are bizarre, but I just realized I should probably be up here so you can actually read his text. Folks in the chat, by the way, so Tandalinse says that I've been playing a lot of Hard Space Shipbreaker lately, and now I want to disassemble this entire ship. Absolutely. Rosenberg says, to be fair, I hate it when I'm too short in a game. Yeah, trying to get height right is tough, especially because people in real life are so many different heights. He's joking this might actually be like a being over 6 feet tall simulator for me. Like, I'm not used to the world looking like this, but like, I guess my friends that are tall would probably play this and be like, yeah, this is normal.
We're going to check to see if the life support systems of the pod are working properly. I'm gonna need you to turn them on one by one so we can check their values on their monitor.
Okay.
First, let's make sure that we have what we need to breathe properly, alright? So, on Earth, at sea level, the atmospheric pressure is 1 bar, and the oxygen level is around 20%. That's our target. As you can see, we're all good here, and the value is green. But if the value turns red and drops below 16%, you'll find yourself in hypoxia. It's not a good thing, as you can imagine. The opposite is also true. Too much oxygen can also be deadly, so always keep an eye on these values.
Okay.
So, the pump inside the oxygen system diffuses the oxygen contained inside an O2 bottle into the air.
Okay, so it looks like what this game is going to be about is like maintaining this life support system to keep you alive, and they've basically modeled the entire machine on the inside and like what connects to what and what does what. And you have to actually figure out what's wrong and what's broken, I guess.
Below the oxygen system, you'll find the carbon dioxide scrubber, used to get rid of the excess of CO2. I need you to turn it on as well. Good. You have to be aware that too much CO2 in the air is just as deadly as not having enough oxygen. Your body breathes O2 in and exhales CO2. The value should never rise above 6% at 1 bar.
Okay.
Now let's check the pressure generator. So this system is here to maintain the atmospheric pressure at 1 bar by releasing or capturing nitrogen in the air. The pod cannot sustain more than 1.7 bar, so be careful with too high pressures. It's also important to remember that the required oxygen levels and the lethal levels of CO2 vary depending on pressure.
This is going to get complicated.
Alright, we're good for the atmospheric systems. Now let's turn the temperature system on. It must be getting quite cold in here.
So if this thing is controlling pressure by adding and subtracting nitrogen, I imagine if like pressure gets low and your atmospheric your like oxygen concentration is normal, but then you dump a bunch of nitrogen in. Oh, I'm getting cold now. Anyway, seems volatile.
You know, space is cool, but there is nothing there to efficiently transfer heat. I mean, sure, without heating you'll eventually freeze to death, but in a pod like this one, equipped with a hot atomic pile, you need some way to stay cool if you don't want to be cooked.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to like this. Can I just turn off the warning? I guess I can just turn off the warning if I want to.
The temperature system uses power to produce heat and liquid nitrogen to cool the air. I can tell you that cooling the air is very important when you're running the atomic pile at full power. Alright, you should be feeling warmer now. Everything looks to be in order. Thanks for your help. You can go back to your work. And I have my own work to do to make sure our ship's reactor doesn't cook us all in the next few hours. See ya.
Okay, that was phase 2. And in the chat, we just had someone named Tin Can Pops show up who might be a developer on this game. If so, welcome. I'm really happy to have you here, and kind of scared I'll do a bad job of playing your game. Oh, got okay.
Hey, Jerry. It's me again. I need your help with the pod.
Okay, so Tin Can Pop says, no, I'm not a developer on the game. So my mod was a little bit concerned about it. He was like, wait, is a developer in here? But no, okay, it looks like he's not. But still, he approves of the title of the game, so there we go. That has happened to me before, by the way. I've done that before. When a game of mine came out, I've like trolled through Twitch and invaded people's chat to see what they thought of my game. And sometimes it actually was very difficult for them to believe I was actually a developer on the game. And I was always just like, well, I mean, you don't have to believe me. I'm just here to find out what you think of it, regardless of whether you think I'm not here just to be, Whoa, what's going on?
So I'm going to cut the external power connection so we can test the new atomic pile. It's going to get dark in here, but don't worry, we'll bring life back to that old tin can, alright? Alright, I need you to find the main reactor. It's located on the ceiling above the gravity generator. I need you to open it. Yep, you got it. Now just turn it on, alright? Perfect. You shouldn't see much of a difference right away. It takes a moment for the atomic pile to warm up. The hotter it gets, the more power it produces. Do you see the ammeter below the generator? So the red needle indicates the energy produced by the pile, and the blue one indicates how much energy the active systems need to function. As you can see, it's above the red one. It means that the pile is currently not warm enough to produce all the required energy. Now, I'm going to remotely lock the pile temperature for some tests, but in normal circumstances, it's the processor plugged into the main generator that controls this temperature to provide the required amount of power. I guess I don't need to tell you what happens when it breaks down, huh? See? The pile temperature is stabilized and the needle is not moving anymore. Could you turn the main computer on so I can look at the system status? Damn it, I've locked the temperature too soon. And there isn't enough power. Could you turn other systems off so we can save enough power to turn the main computer back on? Just keep an eye on the needles. You need to align them.
We're getting there. Okay, we're there. Are we there? Oh wait, but that's the thing. The thing I just turned off is the thing he wants to use. What else? I mean, that doesn't seem like something I should turn off. What other? Oh, here's another one.
Perfect. I'm getting the data. Thank you. Oh. If you ever have to operate an atomic pile, keep in mind that it's slow, capricious, and that it can get very, very hot. So always make sure to protect your systems with a fuse and a transformer in case of overload. Anyway, it seems the new atomic pile is working fine, so that's it for me, and you can get back to your cleaning.
Okay, this is going to be very complicated. Let's see what failures in diagnostics look like.
Hey, Jerry. I know, this is the last time. Thanks again, man. You have no idea how much work it is to keep this escape pod in working order. Honestly, I would rather die than have to escape in this thing, even after a bunch of repairs. Anyway, the oxygen system has a problem and I need... Perfect. You should have the error list in front of you. The main computer usually translates the codes, but I had to take it offline for a while. I need you to find the pod operation manual. Everything you need to know about the pod is in it, including the error code. So unfortunately, I can't really help you from here, so I'll let you browse the manual to find what the error codes mean. I'll let you grab the defective component once you figure out which one it is. Oh, and do not forget to turn the system off before touching anything, alright?
Okay. So the code was 0BEA. I didn't immediately see 0BEA here. There's a 0NE4. Oh, there it is. Page 31. I thought it would be along the left side, but no, it's in the middle of the text. Okay, power transformer is damaged. Okay, so let's turn it off. Which thing was the power transformer? Power connector. Battery. There it is, power transformer.
Yeah, I had a feeling this transformer wasn't working properly. I need you to use the repair station to fix it. Put the transformer inside it, and it will tell you how many spare parts are needed for repairs. Do you see the numbers on the repair station? So the top screen indicates how many spare parts are required to fix the components, and the bottom one, how many you currently have. So we don't have enough. We need to dismantle something else to get more spare parts.
Okay.
Just take the transformer out of the repair. Alright, so let's dismantle a component we don't need. I think I left a monitor on the workbench. Put it inside the repair station, close the door, and press the dismantle button. Well done. You now have enough spare parts to fix the transformer. You can throw the monitor away, it's dead now anyway. Just put the transformer inside the repair station and press repair.
Okay. So it's in progress.
You can now put the transformer back inside the oxygen system. Make sure it's turned off first, alright? Once you're done, you can turn it back on. Well done. You're really doing me a favor, so thank you. You can get back to your cleaning trolley, and I'm going to get back to work because this damn reactor is driving me mad.
Uh-oh.
Jerry, the ship's cooling system just failed.
Warning.
The reactor is going to blow.
Meltdown imminent.
You need to grab as many components as you can in the storage rooms and evacuate
This is not a drill.
right now. No matter what you do, do not leave aboard that damn.
Evacuate to the nearest.
Do not leave aboard this horrible pod. Okay, so interestingly, because this is the demo, I don't actually have any of the normal modes here. Like, I think all they have is a tutorial in this demo. So I think I've learned what I can so far. That is fascinating, though. It seems like the gameplay is just going to be like, you start with a mostly functioning pod and some extra stuff, and things keep going wrong, and you have to keep burning one thing in order to fix another thing. And you have to decide what you can live without for a while in order to get something else to work, and eventually you just die. I assume is how this is going to work. This is fascinating. Like you know, there are so many survival games that are like set in the forest or something like that, where it's like, you know, you're kind of solving the same problems in the same way that you always have in every other survival game, with minor, you know, differences, with minor, you know, slight changes in the world, with slight changes in the UX. But basically, it's the same situation. And, you know, Subnautica was neat because you're like, oh, wait, no, I'm underwater now. That's different. And, you know, there's a lot of games that sort of do that. You know, The Long Dark, like, oh, it's Arctic or whatever. This, I don't know if I've seen one that was like, you're in an like basically a tiny space capsule, kind of like the problems that, you know, like Apollo 13 had to solve. Like that's the zone that you're in. I don't know of I mean, I guess Breath Edge did something kind of like, it was set in space, but it was set in this sort of like weird comedy fantastical space, and it was actually more like Subnautica because you were just flying around all the time. I kind of like the idea that this might actually just, the entire thing might just be set in the pod, which is just a whole different scenario. Yeah, Tin Can, I had my issues with Breath Edge as well. Probably different issues from you, but yeah, I ended up stopping playing it as well. I mean, it was really interesting at first, but it had its limits for me. But yeah, so this is fascinating. I mean, because I just have the demo right now. I'm not going to take it any further at the moment, but I think we've gotten a sense of what this game is. And so if this sounds like the kind of thing that you'd be interested in, definitely go check it out on Steam. And in the meantime, we're going to wrap up this video and go away. Maybe I'll stick some other survival games up here if you want to check those out. And if you're new, that's for my YouTube video later.